Hello, hello, hello. Oh, well, I'm here. Don't know if anybody else is. Move the mic there. Anyone? Is it just me? Is it just me on my own, as usual? Payne's in. Oh, Rob's he's going to be off. I thought he'd be staying up late to watch the new Spider-Man trailer, but yeah, I don't know. Well, thanks for popping by. You can go to bed now. I'm just waiting. Cyrus is in. Cyrus is early, I think. Got all these windows open. Oh, I should shut some of this stuff. Yeah, that might be an idea. Put that into pause. Manky Poots are alive, and so is Whoosh. It's all happening. It's all happening. It's all happening. Everything's happening. Yep, good. Werner's in. Am I going? How's everything going? Everything's going. And Poet's in, and he's new. Payne's having his blood taken. Well, like I said, I had my flu jab done today, so first time I've had it. I was offered it last year, but I wasn't 50 last year. I was 49. And because there was a massive global pandemic on, I thought, nah, I think I'll stay at home. So me and the missus went and got it done, which was nice. I didn't feel it. The missus felt it. I said, I'm sure I just don't feel needles anymore because of the neuropathy and all that stuff. I feel other things, I'm sure. But yeah, that was fun. Ooh, squirt your science into me. Well, I've got to get the booster done. But the booster's a bit of an issue because you put all your details in, and it tells me the closest place is like 3.5 miles away, Walthamstow. So I'd have to get on a bus, and that would take me like, I could go by tube, and that'd take me about an hour and a half because it's a round journey. Bus would take me an hour. There is absolutely nowhere in the locale to get a COVID booster done. So I'm going to go to Harlow because that's kind of going out. It's 4 miles, I think it is. 4 miles. Only half a mile more than Walthamstow. So I'm going to book that, and the missus is going to drive me all the way to Harlow because there's nowhere around here. And they wonder why there's a slow uptake of booster jabs. It's because no one, not even at Epping, not even at Woodford, no one is doing the booster jabs around here. Shocking. Could go to Ilford, don't want to go to Ilford. Could go to Romford, don't want to go to Romford because it's hard. These places are hard to get to. Oh, well, not hard. It's just more people, built up areas. Arlo's a bit more open spaces. Newtown, see. Oh, and he's had a chest X-ray. Blimey, you've been busy. Hopefully everything's okay. Hopefully, I know I'm losing subscribers and that. I don't really want to lose another one. So good health, and hopefully everything goes all right. How's it going? Yeah, it's going. Watch Bake Off. Jurgen got kicked out. Yes, I was so happy. Sorry, spoilers. I said to Verity before the program started, Jurgen is going tonight because he's a mediocre baker. Not only is he German, but he's a mediocre baker, and he shouldn't have even got this far. I've wanted him out for weeks, and tonight his time came. His time came, and I was very happy. I was very happy indeed. Very happy with it. Manky said there were times you walked 4 miles before breakfast. Yeah, but I'm not going to walk there. I'm not going to walk to Walthamstow. Jesus Christ. It's full of people. You don't understand. I came out here this far to get away from Walthamstow. I don't want to go back there again. Yeah, but I didn't walk in a straight line. I walked in like a circle, So I left, walked, and then I ended up back where I lived. If I walk 4 miles to Walthamstow, I've got to walk another 4 miles back. That's 8 miles. That's what I do in a day. I mean, it's doable, but I don't know. I don't fancy it myself. I really don't fancy it. Also, there's a lot of roads. There's the North Circuit again. Oh, that's another reason why we don't want to drive, because of the ULEZ. Because the missus could run me up to. We could go, but we got to pay the ULEZ, which is ultra low something zone, exposure zone, something, I don't know, emission zone, which is £12.50. £12.50. So we live in a world that if we were actually to drive into London, it would cost us something like 25 quid just to drive into London. So, bloody hell. It's crazy. Warner wants to know my opinion of the Smiths. I only like how soon is now. That's the only thing I like. Payne says, me too, buddy. I think the doctor's just checking I didn't miss anything. Gets me out of the house. Yeah, that's what I say. That's what going to the dentist was like. Oh, gets me out of the house for a couple of hours. Oh, is it safe? Oh, is it safe? Oh. I went to the Opticians on Friday. God, it felt like a week ago now. Because I thought I'd better get me peepers. I mean, I've already had them checked. So there's no glaucoma and stuff like that. But I thought I'd get some new glasses, because the glasses I've got 2 sets. One set I've had for 10 years, and the other set I've had for, I don't know how long. A very long time, maybe 15 years, 16 years. And the lens keeps falling out. I use it sometimes to watch television. I mean, I've got it glued in with a bit of sellotape holding it in. So I haven't got full vision out of that eye. It's got a bit of tape in the way. So I thought, wouldn't it be nice to spend a load of money on some new glasses? Because, being a registered diabetic, only gets me so far. It doesn't get me free glasses. It gets me a free eye test, but not free glasses. So, yeah, that was fun. So I went there. It took me an hour. Oh, Christ. An hour sitting with people in face masks in a very enclosed space. Didn't enjoy that very much. But I was walking in, because I walked into town to go to Specsavers. And I'm walking in, I go, oh, there's Tooth Club. First rule of Tooth Club, don't ask what the prices are. Keep walking. And then I realised when I got to the pub that I'd walked past Specsavers. And I thought, this is embarrassing. I've walked past Specsavers. Now, how do I course correct? Do I turn around? Do I do a 180 and just make out it was like all part of my plan? Huh? Well, I carried on to the bus stop. I got my phone out, made it look like I was checking a message. Then I did the 180. And then when I got back to Specsavers, this is the important thing. I realised why I'd walked past it. Very important. The facade, the sign was missing. And without that sign, my automatic lizard brain or whatever it was just walked straight past. Even though I knew exactly where it was, I've been there loads of times, and you walk past it. Without that little sign. Now I was wondering, right? I was thinking that maybe this was actually employed by Specsavers. Because you go in and go, well, I didn't see the shop. And they go, oh, you definitely need new glasses. You see? I think it's actually a marketing ploy by the opticians to get you to buy stronger glasses, remove the sign, you walk past it, they go, you didn't see us? Go, no, I didn't see you. So there you go. If they took all the signs off all the shops, people would be just bumping into each other. They'd be lost. And then I spent an hour in there, and there was one guy. Who's pissing about. You have to do the thing. They blow air in your eyes and everything. Put the chin on. And I had to go back again because my pressures. There's always a problem with pressures. So I had to have my pressures done again. I had to wait. And there was this one guy, right? And he was piss balling about. It took me like a few minutes just to go and, look at the dot. This guy was in there for piss balling about. I'm looking at my watch going, oh, God, blimey, I've been here an hour. I want to go home. We'd come out. When he came out, I stuck my tongue out right at him. I went like that. But he couldn't see because I was wearing the mask. Genius. Wasn't that genius? Wearing the mask. He couldn't tell. He couldn't tell I was poking my tongue at him. I thought, I'm onto something here. Now I can poke my tongue out at everyone. That would be my new thing. But, I mean, it was good because when they tested when I finally did the full test, I'm only up, like, on that eye, just up one. That one, they're just going to, equalise it. But she said, no, your eyes are in good nick, considering you haven't been here for 10 years. Where have you been? Have you been somewhere else? I went, no, I just haven't been here for 10 years. I said, but, I got registered diabetic this year, and I thought I'd better come and get my eyes all checked out and get some new glasses. But so that was good. But the problem with the diabetes, it does make my eyesight vary. It can be sharp, and sometimes it can be a bit blurry, and I've noticed that, a variance in my eyesight, which I've had for a while, which makes me realise I've been like this for a long time. But that was my week. That was fun. George says, good evening. I've been continuing my Queen journey. It's not usually encouraging that the band went from Bohemian Rhapsody to Get Down Make Love in the space of 2 years. That's not the worst of it. You've got to get to hot space yet. Jack says, did you know that if you laid a humpback whale weighing 300 kilos, 30,000 kilos, eyesight, at length, they would cancel the game? Yes, that's very good. Alan says, £12.50 to preserve your health? Bargain, I say. Oh, Alan. The initial reports have come in today and said that the ULEZ has made exactly that much difference. It's negligent. But Mayor Khan is sitting on a golden throne made out of money now. Wow. No, because it only affects the poorest people. You've got people in that area now who it's made them completely. I mean, yeah, we need rid of cars. I'm all for that. But when it affects people's livelihoods and I'm not so much a big fan of these things. And I think, again, we should have moved for heavily subsidised electric vehicles and more nuclear power plants. That should have been the strategy 20 fucking years ago, at the turn of the millennia. But instead, again, it's the little people that have to pay for this. We have to pay. And it shouldn't be dictated to by us. It should be dictated to by the government, They've got this scrappage scheme. But guess what? Even though, and this is what really pisses me off about where we live, even though we live within the M25, and even though the London Underground comes out here, and even though if we want to, most of the people where I live, work in London, we have no right to the scrappage scheme because we don't live in London. And we have no right to vote out Mayor Khan or have any say in how the buses and the tubes run and how the roads are run and whatnot, because we're not in London, even though we're in the M25 and all the services come out this far. That's democracy. This is why, I get a bit peeved with all this stuff, because the funny thing is the very first mayoral vote, I voted and I was living here. And I voted for Ken Livingstone. I remember doing it. But then when the second vote came and we didn't get our, there was nothing come through the door. And I even remember going, the missus remembers it, so I didn't imagine it. I got in touch with them. They said, oh no, you couldn't have done that. That didn't happen. It's like, it fucking did happen. Because I remember going to the church and casting my vote. But they said it didn't happen. So I don't know what that was all about. But I always thought that everyone within the M25 should have a say, because, all these services extend to us and we end up paying the most for them because, we're on the fringes of London. And, yeah. But anyway, you don't hear about me moan about that. You don't hear me moaning about that. But it doesn't preserve anyone's health. It's a myth. It's a myth. All a myth. John Anderson at the dentist. Tell that never happened. James says, "Hi, good to catch you live. I'm thinking of getting a looper pedal. Which one do you use? Any tips?" No. I use the RC 300 or whatever it's called, which I've had for many, many years now. About 10 years, I'd imagine. Before that, I had the RC 50, I think it was, or 50. Was it 500? Oh, I can't remember. It's the big one. Any tips? If you're unsure, start with a small one. You can buy a small, like ditto looper for, I don't know, 50 quid. Start small, and that will just give you a little taste of what looping is like, and then you can, because what I've got is really expensive. It's like the Rolls. It's not the Rolls Royce now because they brought out a new one. But I'm not interested in it because my one. I am interested in it because it's got a big screen, and I'll be able to see what I'm doing. But I have these tiny little LED screens. I got the new glasses. Maybe that'll help. They're for distance. But yeah, go for something small like a ditto looper first, and then if that works out, then you can go upwards. Also learning to count is helpful, and learning to rhythmize. Learn the beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 12, 13, 15, 18, 9. You'll soon get the hang of it. And once you can count like that, you'll be as good as me. I'm an unbridled musical genius, and you can be just like me. But no, start small. I'd get get the ditto loopers. Let me have a look. How much are they these days? Let me have a look, because sometimes there might be a Black Friday. Everyone's talking about Black Friday. Yeah? DC Looper. Is that right? DC Looper? TC Looper. Not DC Looper. God, I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh no, they've gone up. Oh no, here's one. 64 quid. What's the wiretap? Oh, here you go. There's the TC Electronic wiretap riff recorder, and that's $24.99 at the moment. I think that's been reduced in price. There you go. So you could get that, and that'll give you a little indication. It's just a little riff recorder, the wiretap. Oh, that's clever. Cyrus is going on about hydrogen cars again. Well, I don't know. They're not really talking about hydrogen, are they? Talking about electric and batteries and things. I mean, today was when taking out the dog for a walk at lunchtime, and down the road where we used to live, someone was charging their car, and they've got an extension lead across the pavement. And I said, "That's the future, and everyone's better not trip over." I just have visions of extension leads run into cars, because that's what we're like in this country. We're completely unprepared for everything. It's the British way. We are the bulldog breed. I mean, where we live, we'd have to dangle an extension lead out of the window. Places, a bit of PVA white glue would do the trick, holding in the lens. Yeah, I use super glue, and it worked for a while, and then Places, I thought I left my woolly hat on the bus, but the driver pointed out it was on my head. Yeah. It's worse when you do it with your glasses, isn't it? And you've got your glasses on your top of your head. Pascal says, "Hi Darren, good luck." Oh, I'm always lucky. Yes, I will be thinking of dear old Fred, because it's the 30th, count it, 30th anniversary of his passing. Cyrus says, "Do you feel there should be a new stereo mix of Genesis albums?" No. You've got the 94 remasters, which were okay, and the definitive. Well, no, the remix is from 2007. What is definitive, Cyrus? My definitive could be different to your definitive. You know what I'm saying? Look, I've had a veritable Genesis journey. I've listened to their albums on cassette. I've listened to their albums on the first lot of CDs, which were frankly awful. I've listened to the Diff 1994 remasters, and I've listened to the new ones. What do I prefer? I don't really. I just whatever I fancy at the time. You see, if I fancy listening to something in surround sound, I'll listen to that, or maybe I'll crack out the vinyl. Or maybe if I'm walking, I might just stream it from YouTube Music or whatnot. So again, I think people get too hung up on everything. But it was nice to have the German pressings. Like I said, I did show them. I got a couple of German pressings of Sun in England and The Lamb, because in Germany they did a gatefold of Sun in England on gloss rather than it being a matte cover, because the matte covers always dirty up and look a bit disgusting. It's always hard to get a really nice copy that hasn't got ring wear and doesn't look like it's been sat on. So I wanted something that actually looked nice. And the German copies, it's gatefold. It's got the lyrics on the inside of the gatefold. I've showed it. I showed the video. And it's the same with the Lamb. The Lamb was a matte sleeve, which again, it's a white cover, grubbies up awfully. But in Germany, they made it a gloss cover. And so this copy's from, I don't know, might be the late, about 78, I think. And looks lovely. Sounds good too. So, there's more to it than just what it sounds like. Sometimes it could be what it looks like, But hearing's subjective. Hearing's subjective. Find your own definitive. Pascal says, Darren, what album prefer of Queen? It's either Queen 2 or A Night at the Opera. Eric says, so funny, I tune in and we're talking about glasses. Sunny in Philadelphia, wore my sunglasses on a hike, put my glasses in my pocket, only for them to fall out. Found them after an hour. Well, the funny thing is, right, I'm a big fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Last week's episode, Larry was at the dentist. This week's episode, he was at the Opticians. I was at the Opticians on Friday. I mean, it's like, I think he's copying my life. I'm getting a bit concerned, because he's always been accused of like being negative and a curmudgeon all the time by people. I get that on YouTube. I think he might be listening. I think he might be listening now. Someone says, I like the new Toll song, but Ian Anderson's voice is shot. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad song. It's just his voice it's distractingly bad. It's like when that guy used to be in Marillion sings live. It's distractingly bad. At least that guy can actually, when he does a studio album, he can hide it, But when he plays live, it's like, oh, it sounds terrible. Eric says, almost as exciting as your story. Steady on now, steady on. You're gonna have to do a lot. You have to do a lot to beat my amazing anecdotes, because that's what people come here. That's the only reason people come here. They go, what has Darren been up to this week? That's why 40 people are hanging on my every word. But tonight, was it about 1:30? New Spider-Man trailer. So I might just stay up and do a reaction video. What do you reckon? Reaction video. Come on, Nicholas Hammond's going to be in it. Nicholas Hammond, come on. Just me. I'm the only Spider-Man fan here. Oh dear. Anthony says, the Stark brand is very, very good. I love their ball and socket arm hinges. I don't know what we're talking about. Ball and socket arm hinges. What are we talking about? Is that glasses? Are we talking about glasses? I don't know what that is. I wish I knew. Payne says, nuclear powered cars are the way forward. Yeah, little nuclear thing. No, look, we've been doing it wrong. We've got to look back to the past. We've got to look back to the 60s, right? The 60s. I don't know if you remember the 60s, but there was a couple of people, right? A couple of people who almost predicted the future. I'm talking about Mr. Hanna and Mr. Barbera, the people that brought you Fred Flintstone. That's the future. Cars with holes in the floor where we can pedal with our feet. Fred Flintstone was, right, he was environmentally friendly, and that's where we're going to go. Stango said, Made in Heaven or Cosmos Rocks? Which one? Oh. Which one was the straw that broke the back? Made in Heaven, at least had Freddie. I would defer an expert opinion. Well, I don't even recognise the Cosmos Rocks. Come on. not going to recognise it. So it's smoke. I've got the incense on. I've got a smoky one. It smells like a Parisian boudoir in here. Where was I? No, I don't even recognise the Cosmos Rocks. It was forgettable, you know. I'm not. I mean, Paul Rogers, you know, as a vocalist, yeah, he did. You know, feel like making love, feel like making. I'm all right, but I've got to be careful because the kids. Verita's trying to sleep and she's not been very well, so I've got. I'm all right, yeah, baby, I'm all right. So, oh Jesus, just say no. I mean, Maidenhead. Well, you've got the Maidenhead to review to come, so you'll enjoy that one. I'm kind of cheating. You're not getting Made in Heaven tomorrow because I realised that the bit in the innuendo review where I look at the 12 inches, and I know how you all like a good stiff 12 inch, I thought that would deserve the breakout, so I edited it. I did a little intro saying this is a repeat, you don't have to watch it. And I did like a standalone video where I'm looking at the 12 inch picture disc from that album. Because, you know, the way some people don't have the attention span, you know, they go, oh, he's talking, oh, I don't want him to talk, I just want him to do the album, you know. So I thought it deserved the breakout. So you're getting that tomorrow, and then you're getting your end of the day after. So yeah, that's that. Am I doing politics? No, no politics here, mate. Cyrus says, who do you think would be the best person to remix prog albums? What do you mean, like radically remix? Or do you mean just like dust them up a bit? I don't know. Why would they need remixing? Why do we have to do anything? Why is everyone obsessed with remixing shit and constantly reissuing everything? Oh, look, it's the 30th anniversary of Achtung Baby. Here's another box set. But we run out of material because we put it all out in the 20th anniversary box set. Oh, shit, what are we going to do? Box sets and box sets and box sets. Ah, Jesus. I don't know. Stock Aitken and Waterman. Yeah, there you go. Look them up. They're the hip young kids of progressive rock remixes. I can see the top of my head. Ajax says, watched an interesting documentary about Charles Manson's music. Surprisingly, it was quite good. The Monkees, isn't it? There's the link to the Monkees. Yeah, it's a shame that he was quite insane. Alan says, I went 12.50 to get your health booster. Oh, yeah, well, I don't really want to go. I want to get away from town. I don't want to go into town. I want to get away from town. You know, going in means more people. Going out means less people. So that's the main reason. I mean, I could do it if I went on the tube. I mean, there was a place at Woodford that was doing it, and then I went to check today, and it's not there anymore. The pharmacy's not doing it, so I don't know what's happened there, you know. But I think there is a very big lack of provision of the booster jabs around here. It's ridiculous. I can't understand. You think there'd be at least one place, you know, in the town where I live that they'll be providing COVID boosters, but there ain't. But you know, I ain't going anywhere because I'm a real nowhere man, living in his nowhere land, making lots of nowhere plans for no one, apparently. But then you know that because that's why you're here. I'm just here for your entertainment because it makes you feel good that your life didn't turn out as shit as mine. I know why you're here. So I'm not seeing anyone. The kids are vaccinated. The missus is vaccinated. So we're just going to stay here and avoid, you know, Mrs. works from home, so she doesn't have to go out anyway. It doesn't affect us. He said, it doesn't affect me. I don't have to do anything. Um, but I'll get it done because it's free science squirted into your arm. You know me. Uh, Lance says, I've Charles Manson's music. Ah, sorry, you lost me, I'm afraid. Pascal says, good night. Have a good evening. Simon says, Charles Manson sings the classic Christmas carols. Great. That's one to buy for your mum and dad. And Payne is out as well. He's going to bed early because he's got a big day. Jack says, picked up Us by Peter Gabriel during the week. Great songs. Loved your review. Any hopes to review any hopes for a new PG album, you think? Well, he's supposed to be working on it. I mean, he's supposed to be working on it, but who cares? I look forward to Up, and a bit of a disappointment, that one. I don't know, if he announced that Daniel Lanois was producing, I'd go, yeah, count me in. But I know that he's producing himself, so because that's what he does now. And even he says, as a producer, he can't control the length of it. Oh, missus. So I don't really want no really long, blathering 8-minute epics about Nelson Mandela. No, I don't fancy it. But if it comes out, I'll review it. And he says eyeglasses. Oh, okay. I don't know. I get mine from Specsavers. I don't know who makes them. The lady took me to the stand and she gave me a blue tray. And she said, anyone should try on, you've got to put in a blue tray so we can disinfect them. Because you got, I don't know, the pox or something because of the COVID. And I just I took my glasses off. Well, I had to because I was wearing a face mask. If I put my glasses on, I can't see because it steams up. Wholly impractical. So I looked at my glasses and I looked at the glasses on the stand and I just held them up until I found one that was approximately similar. And I got them and I put them in the tray. And I just handed them to her. She went, that was quick. And I went, I want to leave. I didn't say that. I just went, they're like these ones. I don't care. That's it. That's buying glasses. It's really easy. Where are we? Not says, I always see you on the Echo Facebook page saying something. Echo? What Echo? I'm not on an Echo Facebook page. You might see me on The Guardian. I'm always trying to make people laugh on The Guardian Facebook page. And sometimes I might chime in on the LBC radio page, but that's about it. Oh, Variety. Sometimes if Variety don't do a funny story. But apart from that, I don't tend to engage that much. Jack says, favourite herbal tea? I don't tend to. Russell says, even. Hi, Russell. Celestial says, should I get Momentary Lapse of Reason box set? I only want it for the 5.1. If you want it, it's expensive. That's what you want. It's very expensive, isn't it? I remember they released, when the Division Bell box set came out. Do you remember that? Who remembers the Division Bell box set? Well, in that box set, I think there was only a Blu-ray. And what Pink Floyd did is they released the Division Bell surround sound on DVD as well. Did they? Yes, they did. Wow, Darren, what did you do? Well, it was only $9.99, so I bought a load of them. And I sold them for lots of money when they sold out because I'm horrible. I'm a parasite. It's how Daddy makes his money. It's how Daddy pays off the debts. So yeah, I've got a copy of the Division Bell surround sound on DVD, sorry, in a little paper sleeve. But they sold it for $9.99. Why don't they do it with this? Why don't they just do a $9.99 DVD thing in a paper sleeve, in a cardboard sleeve? They'd sell billions of them. And more importantly, I could buy a load and make them more money on eBay. See, they're just ruining it for me. Ruining it for the likes of me. Manky Poots off. Wonder what the smell was. Alan says, when's your next gig? There isn't one. I saw Pineapple Thief last week in Bristol, and it was great to go to a gig again. I'd rather go and shut my bollocks in the door. Are you a fan of The Thief? No. Why would I do that? No. Ajax says, do you agree with some people that picture discs are for art? Absolutely. Not for playing. Absolutely. As they crap, they are. I've only got one picture disc. I'm not an expert. Well, Ajax, let Uncle Darren explain to you. I might put my t-shirt on. I feel a bit warm. Could be the flu jab, though. Because me and Verity have had a bit of a cold. I've not been too bad, but it really hit Verity. She's not been well. She actually had one day off school yesterday, which is unusual for her. She never has any time off. She's only had 2 days off in 7 years. That's not bad, is it? So yeah, I feel a little bit. What was he talking about? Picture discs. Yeah, well, look. Let me. Do you know how records are made? Do you? Can you tell me how they're made? Because I don't know. I'm joking. Records are made by getting a puck. It's called a puck, right? Of stuff. It's like some sort of plastic, I think. Some sort of polyvinyl chloride. And they squeeze it onto 2 stampers, which is the negative image of the music, yeah? So that it leaves the positive image in the grooves. It goes, and it all comes over the edge, and they cut the edge off with like a Stanley knife or something. Yeah? And that's your record. It's amazing. It's amazing. Picture discs, however, it's slightly different. How so? Because they have the puck, right? They have the puck, and they press it. But you also have this very thin, image. Like it's the image that's the picture of the disc. Yeah? That's what's called a picture. That they put that on the puck, and that's pressed, and then they put a very thin layer of clear, polyvinyl chloride, because it is clear. Its natural colour is clear. Did you know that? And then they press that, but the actual vinyl layer that holds the groove is very thin. It's very thin. It's not as thick as a standard record. I'm sure they've probably improved the technology now, maybe, I don't know. But this is why sound quality on a pitch disc can be a little bit, and also they do degrade. If you play them, a lot, they can, lose their luster. I only look at them. I very rarely play them. I might play them once and that's it. But no, I would never. I'm not a picture disc collector. If a picture disc comes up, I might buy it to flip it. I'm looking at you, Queen. Yeah, put my kids through college. But those Queen ones I got from the innuendo, I've just kept them because they were around at the time. They were relatively cheap. They were only like a couple of quid to buy. So I used to just pick them up because I thought they were cool. This is what I was thinking about the actual album version of that album. I don't remember seeing it around. I've got a feeling that even though it was around because people said that they bought it, they was pushing CD so much. You're seeing fewer and fewer. It must have been for sale though. But at that time, I was only going in the HMV at Ealing Broadway because I was studying there. I wasn't really doing much else, so maybe if I'd gone into other record shops, I might have found a copy. Maybe I'd only had a few of them. I don't know. But yeah, picture discs, they're really just for display purposes only. Cheater ass, am I all right? Oh, I'm half left actually. Cyrus says, I'm still amazed Pink Floyd records for milking later year stuff when what we really want is unreleased material for Animals on the Wall. That would be a win-win situation right there. Oh, look, it's political. It's all political. I'm sure if Roger Waters was controlling the ship, you'd get everything you wanted. But, it's all done by committee. And I think David Gilmour is just belligerent in his old age. He's kind of become the unreasonable one, and Roger Waters is the reasonable one now. It's gone the other way around. Yeah, again, I don't know. What do you want? I was just glad that they did the reissues of the vinyl because that was nice. That was a nice thing to do, and I think they did a good job of it. Especially if you try and pick up a nice clean copy of anything out there, it's pretty. It can be pretty expensive to do. But again, I'm not. When you're young and you're foolish and you think, oh, I really want to hear that demo, or you hear it and you go, oh, that was all right, and that was the last time you ever listened to it. You've heard me whittering on about box sets. I don't know what I really want from them. It would be nice to that Earl's Court wall footage would be nice. I mean, I've got that on my hard drive, which I cut with the actual audio from the Is Anybody Out There discs. I synced it all up, which is great. I can't put it up anywhere because I could. I have to put it on another channel or something. But it's nothing special. I'm sure somebody else has already done it and high-resed it, and I was just doing it to see what it sounded like synced up. This I did it about 12 years ago now. It's probably 480p. 480p it was. High tech then. But yeah. Yeah, who knows? What do you want from Pink Floyd? What do you want? What does anybody want? Jack says, who's your favourite least... What's your favourite to least favourite What's your favourite to least favourite Genesis solo career? Well, that's easy. At the bottom, there can only be one, and it can only be Mr. Tony Banks. That's followed up the rear by Mr. Wright Rutherford, followed up by Mr. Phil Collins. Oh, it's getting hard now. Oh, God. Oh, I can't split them. I can't split Hackett, Phillips and Gabriel. I can't split them. Oh, God, I can't split them. Gabriel's obviously my favourite. He's got to be. Hackett is really cool as well, but his constant releasing of material in these later years, I know, mate. I understand, Steve. Divorces are expensive. I know why you're doing it, right? But it's not for me. And that kind of I'm going to put him into third place. It hurts me to do it, but I've always got a lot of time for Anthony Phillips. He's had the most interesting and varied of their career. He's the true musician of the bunch. If you listen to his stuff, again, if you're of a certain age and you watch certain programs on the television, we were secretly hearing Anthony Phillips's music via programs like Survival and whatnot, because he did a lot of library music. So, yeah, I think that's the order. Russell says, what is the sound quality like on the Supertramp Breakfast in America picture disc? I don't know. Why you ask me? I've never listened to it. I don't even like Supertramp. Come on. You got the wrong super. I like Supergrass, not Supertramp. Lance says, any plans to do more film reviews? No. Have you any recommendations of any interesting new release or DVD Blu-ray releases? No, I don't buy them. I don't buy discs. I stopped buying them a long time ago. I mean, I got the Flash Gordon box set, whenever that was out. Was that last year? Because it's Flash Gordon, and I keep thinking about buying American Werewolf in London on Blu-ray again because you can't. I don't think you can get it on iTunes. You can only rent it on iTunes, and you know. But a lot of stuff I do via iTunes and Apple streaming. So you know, I'm not again even. I've got a lot of DVDs, like music DVDs and stuff. Again, you watch them once and then you put them on the shelf and you go, hmm. And I think that's the same. I like the old days when you just used to, flick over the TV and there'd be a film on and you'd watch it. Yeah. Alex says, Are we going to get Boozy Elf this Christmas? Nope. I'm not doing anything for Christmas. What's the point? I've got very little space to work in. Got very little space to work in. Oh, and setting up a green screen is just a pain in the arse. And and I hate Christmas. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I'd have to think. I'd have to think. Mind you, what date is it? Oh, I've got time to plan something, I suppose. I've got an idea, but all my costumes have gone. I think they got thrown away when we moved. So I'm gonna have to buy a new Santa Claus outfit and a new Boozy the Elf outfit. This stuff doesn't grow on trees, I'd have to shave the beard off. That's going to be tricky because yeah, that could be tricky. Yeah, I'd have to. I'll do the Father Christmas, but I can't do Boozy the Elf because Boozy hasn't got a beard. Ajax says, anyone got any idea why a record player, while playing 180 gram vinyl, hisses whenever anything has an S in it or spoken a song? Oh, he does on 80 gram. That's called sibilance. And that is a feature sometimes with vinyl. Again, does it happen on all your 180 gram vinyl or is it just a certain one? It could be dun 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 the cartridge that you're using. I don't know the specifications of your record deck, but you might want to try a different cartridge or a different needle, and that's a fucking rabbit hole to go falling down. I went microlinear. I've never looked back. Audio Technica, microlinear. It was expensive, but Amazon let me pay 20 quid a month or whatever it was, 30 quid a month, which was nice, and it is superb. However, funny thing about that is it doesn't like my copy of A Kind of Magic, the Queen one. It jumps. There's not a skip on it because if I put on my other cartridge, plays it perfectly, but that one just doesn't like it. It's weird that. I think it might be to do with the tracking force. It just needs something a little bit more heavy. Cause I've got it set for 2 grams. It probably needs it set to 3 grams or something. Maybe it's just a slight. I mean, look at it. It might be just a little slight warp on the edge. It's not a big warp. It's just like a little, like that. I think that might be what causes it. Liam says, thoughts on Damon Albarn not signing any more records with his signature, so using his fingerprint. Well, it's put me out of business. Because, whenever I need to sign any of his albums, I'm going to have to kind of forge his thumbprint or whatever it is. I don't care. I don't, again, as I was saying the other day, I don't like people album signs. I don't like them. I only buy them to flip them, I don't like seeing albums or CDs signed. But I really like signed books. Isn't that weird? I think it's signed inside of the dust jacket or, on the inner page, the front page of a book, by the author, or if it's a biography. That I really like. But I can't. I just think it's like defacing a record. I wouldn't write on a record. I don't even like signing my own CDs. Because when I do them, I sign them because people ask, and it's something. It's a bit of fun. It makes me feel like I'm a rock and roll star. Um, but I don't even like doing that because it's kind of. I feel like it's just wrong. But inside of a book, fine. Weird, that, isn't it? But I suppose it's one. Is it his own blood? Is he? I know he cut his finger off, didn't he? Had to have it reattached. Grant says record stores in Canada are now busy. It must be Christmas. Are they playing in Dolce Jubilee? Do Mike Oldfield? Did they play that over there? That's how you know it's Christmas over here, when you're starting with Mike Oldfield over the PA. But hey, I have no plans on going shopping. For the Amazon man will deliver Christmas like he has done for the last how many years? The Amazon man can. He brings it in the Amazon van. Woo woo. Shopping full of people. Ugh. Lance says, regarding Queen's innuendo, I remember Simon Bates on Radio 1 played the title track twice in a row on its release in '91 and was inundated with complaints, which I thought was quite amusing. Not that old rebel Simon Bates. Well, it was a big record. Cyrus says, do you often look back at your lost videos wishing you could see them again? No, because I don't watch I watch them once, on broadcast, and that's it. I don't want to watch them, I don't want to watch them again. It's it's gone. Yeah, stuff like performances. There's stuff like, but then I keep all copies of that. There's nothing I've lost. I don't think there's anything I've lost. Oh, there was a Jethro Tull review, wasn't there? Thick as a Brick, which got lost, which had the charades opening, which was quite funny. But I don't care. It's just someone reminded me of it. I said, it was really funny. So yeah, but then I can always do it again. I can always re-record. Maybe I should do that. I was seriously thinking of just doing it all again. Just doing Prog review right from episode 1, just redoing them, like George Lucas did with the Star Wars films. I could just go back and do them all again, and delete them where I'm looking ill and pudgy and horrible, and run down by looking after Herb and everything. I can get rid of all those videos. And instead, you can have this lovely, beautiful, bearded man instead. He looks like he's 75 years old. And that'd be much better, wouldn't it? That's how I want to be remembered. Rather than that, ill version of myself. I'm looking, God, man, that guy looks ill. He looks so ill. Oh. But no, I don't miss anything. Alan says, can I buy your Flash Gordon film box set off you? What? You mean this one? Because I knew you was going to ask, Alan. I knew you was going to ask. This one, I don't know. It depends how much you're going to give me. You can't afford it. Is it collectible? I don't know. It's nice, isn't it? I just got it because it's one of my favourite films, and I thought it was a really cool thing. But I'm not in the habit of buying Blu-rays. I'm trying to get out of the habit of buying vinyl. Just trying to get out of the habit because I owe Mr. Barclaycard money for my teeth. Just sell a guitar. I don't want to. I don't want to sell a guitar. I could do though, but maybe I won't. I could need to sell some vinyl though, because I'm running rapidly out of space. Because the West Wing is full of vinyl. I keep tripping over them. You've got too much shit, and books. Got too many books as well. I hate selling books though. That's something I regret. I regret selling some books. I had some Keith Moon's biography, which I stupidly sold. There were some other ones that I sold. Some rock biographies, a couple of Bowie ones and that. And I really kind of David Sylvian one. I think I had. I think it was David Sylvian. I regret selling books more than anything else. Those are the things like, oh, I don't want to sell books of knowledge. Records, you know, yeah. Where are we? Russell likes Christmases. Yeah, I like Christmas, but I end up doing all the cooking and that, and I've done it always do the cooking. I don't get a day off. Christmas is busy for me, what with it's not so bad now, but when the kids were young, it's like keeping the kids happy, make sure all the toys are working, helping them put toys together and stuff, and also cooking the dinner, and so it's quite exhausting for me. It gets a bit easier, but I have this thing about Christmas, because I got ill at Christmas time and I end up in hospital. Every year I don't look forward to it because I worry something's going to go wrong. So I have this kind of weird PTSD, OCD thing about Christmas, and I like it and I don't like it because I start feeling uneasy as we slide towards it, because I want everything to be all right, So that's my weird thing. Everyone's got a weird thing, haven't they? James is in. He says, and James, he hates me because he used to leave really negative, nasty comments on my videos. And I blocked him for a while, and then I unblocked him, and he's here. He must love me. Is he Mr. Thumbs Down Man? Who knows? He says anti-skating often is the cause of skipping on a record that doesn't skip with another stylus or cartridge. Well, that's really odd you should say that, because the record deck I've got, the Audio Technica ATLP 120 USB, sounds about right. Danger UXB. Apparently the anti-skate on that doesn't work. I've not had any problem. It plays the bloody records, and I have it set so light. But that's the only record it does it to. And I think it might just have a slight wobble on the edge. But like I said, it's just a matter of just taking off the head shell, because I've got head shells. I've got head shells, mate, and putting a new head shell on. So it's not a big deal. I just got to remember to do it, because as soon as it goes on, it starts going. Got to change it out, But it's the only record it does it to. It only does it to the first 3 minutes of it. Once it gets over a certain point, it's fine. But odd that. I probably just need to put a little bit more tracking force on it. But there you go. So anyway, anti-skate. Not anti-cod. Anti-skate. Celestial says, this makes a change watching you tonight. I usually watch when I get home from work. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here. It's different, isn't it? I was on at a decent time as well tonight. I wasn't late. Ajax says, favourite soundtrack? Emmanuel. Oh well, that's a copyright claim. Probably get the whole channel struck down now for doing that. I was just being funny, just making a joke. Favourite soundtrack? Well, it's got to be Flash Gordon, isn't it? Quite like Trainspotting. I got a lust for life. I got a lust for life. That's me doing Iggy Pop. It's very good. It's just like Iggy Pop. Grant says, your new self is much more interesting to watch. I've always been the same. I didn't do the live streams back then. We did the live streams when we came here. I don't even know how long I've been doing these. It's got to be several years at least, isn't it? Alan says, 50 quid for Flash Gordon. I think you're trying to diddle me. I'm going on eBay. I'm going on eBay, mate. I'll tell you, if I'm going to look for the. Let me have a look again. I'm not. Hey, don't try and bite off me, Flash Gordon box set. Mm-mm. DVD Blu-rays. Let me see what the last one sold for, and I'll give you my honest answer. Sold. Oh, that's the wrong one. That can't be right. It's got all the old Flash Gordon ones. Oh, here you go. 70 quid. You're trying to do me out of 20 quid, mate. 66.99. Oh, I know I can get 70 quid now. 64.99 seems to be the going. Oh no, 69.50. See, I knew you were trying to con me. I knew you were trying to diddle me. Look, I'll show you. I'll show you. Where are we? Look, see. Look, well, where are we? Oh God, I've got to get all the screens in the right order. I've lost it now. See, 66.99, £70. That was a brand new one, but this is a used one. 69.50, 64.99. Both of those are used, but they put new other. That's cheating, that is. So there you go. There you go, mate. Oh, I'm not talking to you again. You try to diddle me out of money. Don't like that. And that's it. We're at the end of the questions. Oh dear. This is it. Anyone else? Anyone? Any more for any more? I need questions. Otherwise I'm going to have to stop. And then I'm going to have to wait an hour and a half for Spider-Man trailer to drop. Cash in hand. I only accept PayPal. Again, cash is no good to me because nobody uses cash anymore. Everyone's like, it's all what's it? Can't touch this thing, where you wave your card around or you put your PIN number in. Grant says, got ABLH for Amazon yesterday. Last time I had it on cassette. Yeah, I got it on CD and I got it on LP at the time. I bought both. This is why I find it unusual that I didn't buy Innuendo on vinyl back in the day, because I was in the habit of buying like important records I really liked, on the vinyls. But for some reason, I didn't buy a Kind of Magic on vinyl because it didn't have the extra tracks that you had on the CD. I remember that distinctly. I didn't get the works on vinyl because I don't think I had a record player then, but I had my Walkman. The Miracle I didn't buy on vinyl because it had extra tracks again. But the Innuendo, it didn't have. I don't know. There must have been some reason. Lance says, I'm not usually in music box sets, but I'm looking forward to David Bowie's brilliant live adventure box set later this month. How about it? I don't suppose you like his later stuff. Oh, you're so wrong. If you knew me, you'd know that I love Earthling and Outside, and even Black Tie White Noise. That's an often overlooked album. They say jump. Ooh, got to believe in somebody. They say jump. Great song. Love that song. I can't really afford it though because I wanted the vinyl, but it's like 350 quid. And it's like, no. And also, it's like I wait for the breakouts. I don't know. Again, I was thinking I sold all I collected all the Bowie vinyls up to a point, and then I needed money, so I sold them. And then I thought, well, should I collect them again and then do what I'm doing with the Queen? Do that again because I need to do those videos again, Bowie and everything, because I lost those. But again, I could do that again, and because it's quite nice listening to the vinyl with a cup of tea and my feet up. Slouch on the couch, coming soon to this channel. But it's like, I haven't got any room. For the vinyls. Grant says, my aunt just came back from England. She told me that it's most card taps. That's it. There's no cash. We don't accept cash anymore. The only place that accepts cash is the fish and chip shop, and the Chinese, which is great if you want fish and chips and Chinese. But no, everywhere else it's card at the moment. So cash is useless, you know. Even if the kids get cash from the grandparents, I said, look, ask them for a check, because cash is no good. Cash is no good for us. Just write a check out. Checks are okay. I can do checks because the banking app, allows you to take a photo of the check, and they put it in your account the next day. That's brilliant. That is. That's pure brilliant. Am I going to watch Get Back? Yes. I keep telling everybody. Yes. Oh, it's only an hour and 25 minutes to the new trailer for Spider-Man. 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 La 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 la, Spider-Man. Here comes Spider-Man. What I'm going to do, well, I'll show you. Let me just pull up, if I can get this right. I've got to cue this right, because otherwise, where are we? What I'm hoping in the Spider-Man trailer is this happens, right? Dun dun dun! It was Nicholas Hammond all along. That's what I'm hoping for. OG Spider-Man. He could be like the Stan Lee character. The three of them could be swinging through New York, and he could go, yeah, damn kids, and then his coat falls open, and he's got his Spider-Man suit underneath his coat. Yeah, damn kids. That's what they need to do. Sam Raimi can pull it off in Multiverse of Madness. See, this is why they got Sam Raimi in, because he's going to be directing Tobey Maguire in that one, and Andrew Garfield, because Doctor Strange is going to have to get those two back to their own multiverse. Trust me. I love me some Spider-Man. I'm a bit sad. I saw Spider-Man at the cinema, Nicholas Hammond Spider-Man. My dad took me there before he ran off to that whore. And so that's it. But yeah, I'll be watching Get Back. Get back, get back, get back, get back, get back. It's good, that one. John Day says, hello, been a long time. You saw Taylor's Outsider album? No, I have little interest. No interest in it, I'm afraid. Because, yeah. Alan says, okay, you've got a lovely 5 years fashion film, but I've got a Brian May Burns copy. Oh. I don't know what. You mean Burns? Oh. Is that a good one then, is it? Shame I can't play it. Oh, well. That's all right. If it gets cold, always good for firewood, isn't it? Always good for firewood. Oh dear. I've never really been interested in the copy of the Red Special, because, again, a bit like the Chapman Stick, you don't want to end up sounding like Brian May. Anyone more? Any more? Any more? Any more for any more? Any more questions? Any more questions before we go? You all have a choice. You have a chance. A choice. 46 people in there must be. Do I like the Rattles? Yeah, of course I love the Rattles. It's Neil Innes, for Christ's sake. It would be the Bonzos. Everyone loves the Bonzos. John says, no problem. Love your new Queen album reviews. Again, I mean, I suppose I could look at it. I could look at it. But, I'm not a big fan of the solo careers. Queen were very much a sum of its parts. It's very much they with the band, and unless you're talking about the Buggles, Biggles soundtrack, John Deacon. You want to be a hero, hero. You want to be a hero with John Anderson. Hey, hello, John Deacon. Can I sing on your record? Oh, what's it about? Oh, Buggles. The Buggles. Oh, I can't sing about the Buggles, because that guy stole my job in Yes. Biggles? What's Biggles? Is it like the Buggles? He's got a plane? A camel? A sop with camel? Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, no. Oh, I don't know if I want to sing on that. But I got this tune. He goes, do you want to be a hero? Hero. I'm going to put it on my new record. It's going to be great. And that really happened. That's exactly how it happened in the studio. Like in the Australian bands, only Men at Work, they're the only Australian band. I come from the land down under. Yeah. That little tune got them into a lot of trouble. I mean, I could say Split Ends, but they're not really Australian, are they? They're New Zealand, and we all know that New Zealand's better than Australia. Yeah. No, only Men at Work. That's all. And Olivia Newton-John. Xanadu, ooh, Xanadu. Celestial says next month is a good one for films. Spider-Man and The Matrix. No. We've got how many? Too many Matrix films? 3 too many Matrix films. You don't need one. All the others are surplus to requirements. Not good. I mean, again, for the Spider-Man one, I'm kind of thinking of maybe going to the cinema. Maybe if I can get an early morning showing or something, that'll be nice. But I don't know. That's the thing. I'd really like to go and see it because I haven't seen the last two because I don't know why, but I've seen all the saw the Tobey Maguire ones at the cinema. Those were the good old days before we had kids, and the good old days when I used to have the early morning senior, prices where you could get in for a tenner. Me and the missus going there, pay a tenner. It was great, lovely. Used to make a day, every Friday go to the cinema. But nowadays, if it take us and the kids, and then have something to eat afterwards, you're looking at over 50 quid, and that's expensive. John says, that's very true. Brilliant win together. Roger Albany is very reflective and mellow. Oh, no. Bino says, Oliver Newton-John is British. No, she isn't. She's Australian in Greece, isn't she? In Greece, she's Australian, I think you'll find. I'm sure she's Australian, isn't she, in Greece? Because Greece is based on her life, isn't it? She's rescued by John Travolta. He stops her from drowning. But there is a theory. Have you heard the theory about Greece? I've got this theory that they both drown. They both drown. And that the whole events of Greece are just like a dream. It's like before they enter the gates of purgatory or limbo, wherever it is they're going. Maybe heaven. It's probably heaven. We'll get to that. But they actually, he tries to rescue, but they both drown. And that's some sort of fantasy in the afterlife. Because at the end, what happens at the end of the film? Yeah, you think about the end of the film, huh? You'll never watch that film the same way now. Now you're going to be thinking, wait a minute. You're going to think, wait a minute, Oliver Newton-John is really Australian, right? And this is all some sort of pre-death fantasy. And you that's it. And let's give some love to Grease too. Yeah. For Simon says, last Spider-Man film I saw was Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire. Can I see the new Spider-Man without being totally lost? I don't know. Possibly not, because it is a trilogy, I think. I don't know. I haven't seen the film. Gar says, All Kai starts next week. Yeah. You think it looks shite. Well, he's a bit of a shite character. Again, it's like the what's the ones? The Eternals. Everyone's going, oh, it's great. I remember reading the Eternals as a boy in the comic books, and it was rubbish. It was boring. And the problems when they have these godlike creatures, and I'm looking at you, Captain Marvel, when they're like utterly overpowered and indestructible, is they render the story pointless, and it's like, oh, here we go. One god's fighting another god. Oh, there's no stake in the game, is there? So, yeah. So, yeah. I haven't seen the Ten Rings yet either. But Spider-Man, Spider-Man, isn't it? Spider-Man. Just Spider-Man. That's another copyright strike. What we're going to do? What we're going to do? Anyway, I think we kind of got to the end of it. Everyone's kind of, it's kind of gone a bit, bit quiet. Has it gone quiet? Yeah, it's gone quiet. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I don't know if it's been fun. I don't know. Has it been fun? I don't think I was really with it. I thought I was a bit off the ball tonight. I think it was the flu jab. I think it robbed me of my natural mojo. And yeah, I've been changing guitar strings today. It's good. I put some new strings on the bass 6. First time I've ever done it in all the years I've owned it. Ernie Ball do bass 6 strings, and they were cheap. They say, oh, we should use the Labella ones. Your Labella are like 70 quid. 70 quid for a set of strings? Are you kidding me? These were like tenner. I've got those, and I put some strings on the baritone as well, which was nice. I really enjoyed it. Eternals was my return to the cinema. It wasn't worth the trip. Shang-Chi enjoyed. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of kung fu movies. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Yeah, they're all right, but I'm not a kung fu, not a kung fu fighter. Oh, 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 whoa. Apparently, Newton-John was born in Cambridge. I think that's in Australia. It's a little town in the outback where all the kangaroos live. It's true. It's true that. You won't believe she's Australian. It was in Greece and everything. God, what's wrong with you people? You're always trying to catch me out that I'm wrong all the time. And I know in Greece it said Oliver Newton-John, because that's her name. Her real name's Oliver. Is Australian, and she was saved from drowning by John Travolta. Yeah, that's truth. God's truth. That I wouldn't lie. I can't lie. Why would I lie about that? Anyway, I'm gonna sod off because I'm not getting any questions. Why am I not getting any questions? What's wrong with you people, eh? Enter the Dragon is a classic. I don't. It's like, what? What's that? Don't care. I don't know. I was never into it. I was never into it. I mean, there was a big thing in the 70s, and all that, when Bruce Lee and all those people were doing it, and it's like, yeah. But I don't know. Never really. I never. Some genres, escape me. I mean, it's interesting, the choreography, but it's like. Mind you, I'm a black belt. Let's see. Look. See that? Look. Black belt. See? Remember once I was mugged. Yeah. I was mugged. It was terrible, it was. They beat me black and blue. Shame, because I could kill with my feet, but I couldn't get my shoes off in time. Terrible, terrible thing it was. Terrible thing. And on that, I'm just out of material. I'm out of here. Thank you. Remember, folks, if you can't be good, be safe. Or no, can't be good, be safe. Yeah, that sounds right, isn't it? It feels like it was the wrong way around. But more importantly, don't tell your mother. It just felt wrong. It just all felt wrong. Oh.